Hi everyone, this is Keisha Bowie, and I'm just gonna give it a little second for whoever else wants to join us to come in. I'm just giving it a second. Hey Jermaine, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm just giving a few other people. Hi Will, hi Carl, how y'all doing? Again, hopefully y'all are having a good day too. I just wanted to say, so far, like, thank y'all. I have, I want to say like 940 followers. So thank you, and I appreciate it. And also, too, y'all keep being safe, mask up. If you need to go out, mask up, do whatever you need to do to stay safe. And also, too, like I thought, like my last few videos, keep in mind for those. Oh, thank you, Jermaine. Keep in mind, for those who have lost family members and stuff, like the one family that I was talking about, that with the two girls that died, the two little girls, the son died too. It was the electrical fire, so that mother lost three children due to an electrical fire. So y'all, even though this is the holidays, keep praying, for everybody, because you never know who may need prayers. And also too, I'm gonna give it like another quick second, right quick. So if anybody else wants to come in, y'all excuse it. Today I had a busy day, so this is natural hair day, and throw on some makeup to make it look, not as big, but today is the day. So I'm coming, y'all. I'm just giving it a little second, right quick. Yeah, sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because of my children's schedules have been kind of unpredictable. And can y'all keep in prayer my oldest son, that's 16, he's going to be having knee surgery this coming Friday, December the 11th. So can you please just keep him in your prayers? So thank you. But today I wanted to go ahead and talk about major depression. And that's something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, like these depressive disorders and stuff, or any type of disorder that a person might have. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. I'm just speaking through the things that I've gone through and where it has put me at the space that it put me at, what I had to do to get back to the point that I'm at today. So I just want to say, like, major depression, it's something, a mood disorder that, you could feel really sad. You can, some people might have situations to whereas they may want to kill themselves, may not want to be here anymore. And I've been there with all of it. So I just want to share that it could be biological, but in my case, it wasn't biological. It was because so many things were happening at one time to me. When I got hurt on a job, I learned that I had kidney stones. And then also, too, I learned that I had two masses, which ended up turning out to be, they weren't 6 centimeter tumors, but they were actually 8 centimeter tumors, and they had to get cut. I had to get a C-section cut. And so it was just so much that was going on that I couldn't keep up. And in my life, I've always been like a go-getter, always kept a job, did things for myself. And in my mind, with this job that I got hurt on, when I first got it, it was supposed to be a thing of, okay, I'm making $16.72 an hour. This is the chance for me to go ahead and take care of my kids by myself and stuff, and me to finally get out of my situation. But it didn't happen that way. I just so happened to get hurt. And so when I got hurt, things fell apart. It takes, how can I say this? You going through so much to be able to see a lot. And it's like when you're working and when you're doing things and life is moving, this is for anybody that currently have a job right now. If you work and take care of home and stuff like that, you don't have time to worry about a lot of things because you're busy with work and all of those different things. But imagine if it suddenly stops for you and then you have nothing on your time, nothing on your plate, but time on your hands. That's a better way of saying it. So you get to stop and really think about things and see things. And that's where major depressive order was came into light for me. I was diagnosed with the disorder by my workman's comp psychiatrist, and at one point I went from weighing, I'm 5'8" and 3/4, so I just tell everybody I'm a little over 5'8". I went from weighing 175 pounds, which I was at that time, kind of a little chunky and could have lost some weight, but I went from 175 down to 135. I dropped dramatically in such a short period of time. And it took, I knew that I was sad, but I just didn't know what was going on with me. And that's for anybody with major depression. You'll know that you're sad, but in my mind, I thought I was just really super sad. And I just didn't know how to fix it. And depending on, you lose your will kind of to do things. Like for me, I lost my will to comb my hair. I didn't care how I went outside looking. I didn't want to brush my teeth. I would go for a period of after I got hurt, a week of not taking a bath because it was like I wasn't going to ask somebody to help me that didn't want to help me. So it's so many things that you can look for and that you can see. In the thing that I'm happy that I ended up doing was I ended up getting help in when this is, I hate, and hate is such a strong word, but I really hate when somebody tells somebody that, like say when somebody commits suicide, oh, that was such a cowardly thing to do. And when a person is going through so much, like with major depression, like you get up every day. Then it turns into weeks. Then it turns into months. Then it turns into a year. Then it turns into 2 years. Then it turned into 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I'm at over 6 years now. You cannot tell somebody I had to find God, but everybody don't believe in God. And you can't push everybody on God. So what I want to say is people have to find their own way. But it's it's hard because stop telling people that they're cowards when you're not living in their head. You don't know what they're going through and stuff. So you can't really say that. And that's why when people tell you pray for your fellow man or woman or brother or sister, that's what they mean by that. But what ended up, I just went through for so long and I just used to talk to God. And I thought at one point it was a punishment to me because I didn't pray for my spouse. So I honestly thought that it was a punishment, and I would sit in bed because of course I couldn't move. I couldn't help myself. So I'd be like, what can I do to make things better? And I want to tell anybody that, may need it or looking for a way out. My way ended up being prayers. And one of my friends, she ended up asking me, could I go to church? And at that point, when I started going to church, I felt like I had nothing else to lose. But I'm going to be honest with you, that should have been my first answer. But again, when you're facing major depression and when you're going through all of these things, you're not really thinking logically. You're just looking at what's in front of you, the situation, so you really can't tell somebody, hey, you're wrong, or everybody is different and everybody has to find their own way. But what I want to say too is even though when you go through major depression and stuff, don't never ever ever be ashamed of your situation, because we get put through different things to help different people. Again, I'm gonna say that again. We get put through different things to help people. But you'll never be able to help somebody if you don't want people to know what's going on with you. And I'm going to be honest with you. there are people that I know that have secrets that's like damn near 30 years old that they think that you don't know, but I know. So you never know who knows what about you. So stop trying to hide the different things that go on with you that could be used to try and help someone else. And that's why I'm coming to you with this video today. And I had to talk to my workman's comp psychiatrist. I do take medication for depression, and I take medication for anxiety too, but that'll be another thing. But it's like, you have to be willing to just stop and just be real. Like, just be real transparent with yourself and just say, hey, I know that something is going on. I need to figure out, how to fix this. And then for me, I just had to keep talking to God more and more. And what ended up happening once I was talking to him more and more, like I said, I got back into church. It was at a new home that I started going to. I met an elderly gentleman that has been my mentor now for like 3 years. And he helped me to get back to this place. So God will put people in your life too to help you. But it has to start by, you have to want the help too. And then another thing that I want to say, I went to a suicide funeral, and that's what woke me up too. It was just so sad. But one thing that I realized with the person that died was that he didn't have any children. It was two differences. He didn't have any children that he left behind, and he didn't have no one dependent on him that needed him. And I looked at, like, as I sat there at the funeral, I looked at, like, damn, he's not. It was a military one. He's not ever coming back. Number one, and then number two, if I die, who's gonna be there and take care of my children? Like, I would really, really love them. And I'm gonna be honest, I have two good friends that I know that would, but one of them, as a child, did all organ and son, and then another one, she has two special needs children, so I wouldn't do that to mine. So right now, it's like, for anybody that's going through, I know what you feel like, because major depression is not something that just, like I say, it's just gonna go away. You really have to work hard at it. And like, I've worked hard at it for like over 6 years now. And it's like, things happen. I know my, how can I say this? I know I ignore people with stupid, insensitive comments and stuff. I pray for. I be mindful of the company that I keep. And I just constantly, people don't believe people when you say you're crazy if you talk yourself up. Yes, dear, I talk myself up. I have to talk myself all the time. You have to encourage yourself. How can you expect for people to pray for you, encouraging you and stuff like that if you don't want to do it for yourself? So you have to find ways. It's an everyday work in progress. And one thing I want to say, when they say your saddest people, your happiest people, some of y'all been on me over 15 years. Guess what? You've met me in my depressive state. This is the smile that I put on. You met smiling Keisha and everything, but what you didn't know that is that I was dying in the inside. So that's why I say you never know who you're coming across and stuff. Everything is a real work in progress, and you got to be willing to have friends. You got to be willing to find something that keeps you going. And in my case, it's my kids. Because again, if I die, like, who you think they with all the time? If I die, then guess what? Who they gonna have? So it's just, y'all keep praying for people. If you hear of somebody that's depressed and stuff, and you got a little extra time on your hands, check on them, sit with them, spend a little time, be a little giving and a little understanding, and don't be so quick to criticize. And please, again, keep them, in your prayers and everything. And like, I thank you, and I really, really appreciate y'all. Did anybody have anything that they wanted to add? Because I know it was a lot that I laid on y'all. So, but I'm just trying to get awareness out there to anybody else that might be going through major depression. And hi, Dwayne. Hi, Constance. Hi, Emily. Hey, hi, Preston. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Keita. Hey, Michael. Hey, Royale. Romeo. And I think that's everyone that I called. And y'all, again, y'all, please